Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to apologize right now for this. I cannot find my tripod anywhere. So I'm using my gimbal as a tripod, and it's a bad idea because it's a pain in the ass. I don't like this thing already. If it's shaking a little bit, I apologize, because not only is the gimbal supposed to be holding me steady, but it's moving ever so slightly. And I'm sitting on my bed because this has got the best light in the house right now. But I had a bunch of books that I wanted to show off. So we're gonna do our best. I apologize. If it all of a sudden just flops away, I'll do my best to fix it. So if I'm looking a little off, my screens are over here. Stop it. Okay, so I'm hoping this will work. If it doesn't, I apologize. If you're shaking, I apologize for that too. You are on a stack of boxes. So I have two Fairy Loot, January and February. I have February's book of the month. I have a couple of miscellaneous books and then one book outlet purchase, all here. Again, you're on a stack of boxes and you're on a gimbal. We'll see how this works. Okay, so I did want to show you stuff though. I just recently got I bought the Harry Potter mugs ages ago from Owlcrate, and they finally just got here. And I was going to show them to you, but I have no idea where they got put. All right, so this is so it's March right now. So this is January's. January didn't come until like a couple of weeks ago. It came right before my February box came. So let's see what's in here and see hopefully this works. Okay, so this is the card. Sorry about the glare. I'm using natural light because this house is too dark. And then we have an envelope. I have no idea what the theme is. Monsters Within. I feel like it's my house right now. My cat is giving me the cold shoulder because she's mad at me because I booted her off her favorite spot on the bed to do this. Oh, that's pretty. Not sure how well you can see it. It's got a little mermaid down here. It's a metal bookmark. That's really pretty. I bought this, not necessarily, I don't read YA nearly enough anymore, and that might pose a problem, but I do love fantasy, and I love the stuff that usually comes in these boxes, so I wanted to try it out. Okay, so we have Fairy Loot Scythe enamel pen, and it says love remains mortal. So it's pretty. All right, and the next thing in here we have a puzzle. Oh no. Oh, it says Monsters in Verity. So this is the oh my gosh, it's the B.E. Schwab book that I never read that I have, and I don't remember what it's called, but I'm assuming that's where that's from. And then we have a little trinket dish. Okay, so there's one thing about these boxes. I have entirely too many trinket dishes to last me a freaking lifetime. Okay, and that's Immortal Instruments. Sorry about the glare. It's pretty. I mean, I don't read more instruments anymore. I got to the last one in that Queen of Air and Darkness or something like that. I never finished. So I don't know if I'm going to like officially DNF it or if it's just DNF'd for the moment or what. But all right, and then next we have a tea towel that says there are the hours of spies and thieves. Oh, these are the hours of spies and thieves. It's not bad. We use these for like napkins. So we don't use them as decorative purposes. We use them more as napkins for like paper napkins. Like if we're gonna eating dinner or something, we'll use them. All right, and the last two things in the box, besides the book and the squiggles, are the cards. I would love to be able to get a full deck of these. I don't know how possible it is to go back and buy the old ones. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Page of Pentacles. Like I said, I'd love to be able to have a whole set of these, but I don't know how to go about getting the set. And the book is Only a Monster, which I've never heard of. It's got sprayed edges and they are very pretty, the top of the book. And we have really pretty end papers and a very pretty cover. Part of the reason that I wanted to get Fairy Loot was because of these books. The books have always been so pretty whenever I've seen them online, and I've always wanted to try them. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try to read a few of them and see if I could still do fantasy YA. I think I can, because I used to love fantasy YA. Maybe it's like the old ones I can't do. Like I'm working on Snow Like Ash, and like 8 chapters in, and I just don't care. All right, so this one says, in every story there is a hero and a monster. It should have been the perfect summer, sent to stay with her late mother's eccentric family in London. 16-year-old Joan is determined to enjoy herself. She loves her nerdy job at the historic Holland House, and when her super cute coworker Nick asks her on a date, it feels like everything is falling into place. When a good Samaritan attempt gone wrong sends Joan spinning through time, and her life quickly begins to unravel. I'm not going to finish reading it because I don't want to read too much of the synopsis. A little bit is more than enough for me. And then of course it comes with the letter, which has got the characters on it, and then the fairy scoop. I know these used to come with just paper. There it is. The bookmark. I was a little worried about that for a second because I like those bookmarks. I think they're great. Okay, so that's box number 1. Box number 2 is right here. This one has my address stamped right on the front of it, which I don't know why, because the tracking information is on the back. This one is also a lot heavier than the last one. So we're going to cover my address and then show you the box. I almost show you the bottom. And this one, oh, that's really pretty, is To the Moon and Back. That is really pretty artwork. Like I said, this is why I wanted the Fairy Loot boxes, is because the artwork is always stunning. This one comes with a pillowcase. Oh, a tote bag. Much better than a pillowcase. I like the pillowcases. I just don't have a need for them. This is really pretty. And I love tote bags. I actually have some in this haul. You're going to see, because I bought some at Book Outlet. That's really pretty. All right. The bane of my existence. Socks. Socks made for teeny tiny feet. I don't know anybody's got feet small enough to fit these anymore. I used to give them to my son's girlfriend, but they're not together anymore. My daughter's feet are too big. My feet are too big. This is what happens when you have a big-footed family. Maybe I have a friend that's got tiny feet. Maybe she'll like them. They're cute. They're really pretty. They've got little keys all over them, but they're just too small. I can't wear any of the socks that come in these boxes, because nobody thinks about the fact that I've had size 10 feet since I was 14, and so my daughter's got size 8, and she's had them since she was like 12. That's really pretty. It's just a little moon necklace. Oh, it's from Crescent City. I haven't read it yet, but guess what? I have the second book. All right, and then we have the book, but under the book we have an art print, like a 9-tailed fox. Kind of reminds me of Wicked Fox or something like that. I tried reading it, couldn't get into it. I think I still have it, but I may have unhauled it. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I haven't even thought to try to figure out who the characters in these are. They look oddly alike, like they are siblings or something. All right, and then we also have book stands, which I think are great because I use these constantly and my cat is walking behind me. Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. Okay. Behind you, not behind me. These are really pretty and I will definitely use them. My bookshelves are out of control. All right, we have an empty box. And then in the bag with the book, this one's got blue sprayed edges on it. And it's got like a night sky motif going. Oh, that's so pretty. Don't mind my cat right now. Sit down. Good girl. So this one's Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That's really pretty. Oh my goodness. This is why I wanted these books. This book box. It's for these books. We have the front pages. Oh my goodness. The front of the book. These books are just so pretty. I'm hoping they're good. I really, really, really want to keep this book box. These ones, the books just got so much prettier, and I think that was the major draw. I did get rid of Owlcrite. I don't have them anymore. And it's not because I didn't like them. It was just because I wasn't feeling the books that they were sending out. And I felt like it was starting to be a waste of money for me. And the books that come in these boxes always sound more interesting, and they are infinitely prettier. All right, so here is the art print with the letter on the back and the fairy scoop, and I don't see, it's on the side. There's the bookmark. It's really pretty. All right, cool. So this one, it says, there are many legends about my mother. Raised on the moon, Xingyin was unaware she was being hidden from the Celestial Empire, who exiled her mother for stealing the elixir of immortality. But when her magic flares and Xingyin's existence is discovered, she is forced to flee her home, leaving her mother behind. Alone, powerless, and afraid, she makes her way to the Celestial Kingdom, a land of wonder and secrets. In disguise, she trains alongside the Emperor's son, mastering archery and magic despite the passion which flames between them. I mean, it sounds like a little bit of a love story. That's the only problem I have, is that I do love stories. And so hopefully it's not cheesy. Okay, so that is the 2 fairy loot boxes that I have. Here is my book of the month. I've been getting them for a little over a year now, and I've got a decent little group going. I am going to start cutting back on the number of books I buy just because I desperately need to. So the book of the month that I picked out, I mean, there's like 3 books in here. So let me just do that. Make it easier. So we have the bookmark, like always. And then the book of the month that I picked was A River Enchanted. I picked this one because it was the only one that sounded like something I really wanted to read. I do love thrillers and mysteries, but I like listening to them, not physically reading them. But fantasy and romance, I will physically read. So, you know, if I ever actually read a book again. It says, it starts with a letter, an omnious, I can't say it, journey across dark waters. 10 years after being sent away to the mainland to become a bard, Jack Tamberlin is summoned home to Cadence, but his return is not a joyous one. Girls have gone missing from the island, and Ardia, the future leader of the clan, believes Jack is the only one who can find them. I don't really remember what this one was about. I picked it out a while ago. I picked it out at the beginning of the month. Can't tell you too much about that. And then we have other 2 books that Paraneses is a old like Greek or Roman mythology. It says that his house was no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls are lined with thousands upon thousands of statues, each one different from all the others. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases, rooms are flooded in an instant, but Paraneses is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. I don't know much about this one. I've just heard that it's really, really good, and it's great for people who like mythology. And the last one I got was the dating plan, because I wanted something cute and fluffy. And what is cuter and fluffier than a romance? Like I said, I'm going to start cutting back on my book of the month, so that way I don't get 3 books every month. I'm going to get 2 for March. Because there was 2 on the list that I really liked. That sounded good. But for the most part, I have been trying to cut back. This is the first month in a while that I bought more than 1 or 2 books. All right, I also went to Barnes & Noble recently, and they had a buy one, get one half off. So I grabbed a couple. I got Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. I've been really into romance lately, and this one sounded good. It says a former tennis player, Easton Bradbury, is trying to be the best teacher she can be. Trying to reach her board students, trying to forget the past. What brought her to this stage in life isn't important. She can't let it be. But now, one parent-teacher meeting may be her undoing. I don't remember much about this one. I did look at them all up before I bought them. But Penelope Douglas has always been raved about being an amazing romance writer, so I wanted to try some. And I also got Credence. Credence is another one of the ones that is supposed to be really, really good, and it's also one of those like darker ones. It says, oh gosh, Taryn DeHaas doesn't care about anything anymore. The only child of a film producer and his starlet wife, growing up with wealth and privilege, but not love or guidance. Shipped off to boarding school from an early age, it's still impossible to escape the loneliness and carve out a life of her own. The shadow of her parents' fame followed her everywhere. And when they suddenly passed away, she knows she should be devastated, but anything really change? She always be alone, hasn't she? Okay. I swear I bought 2 more. There's one of them. And there we go. Okay. So I also bought Malice, which again, this was like the book of the month pick for the month. And all the picks for the months are buy one, get one free. So I bought one of them. This one is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and I love Sleeping Beauty. She's like she's my favorite princess, Disney wise. So I got this one just cause, yeah. And the last one I got is Neon Gods, which is a Persephone and Hades retelling. I'm a little bit worried about this one because I heard she's really, really smutty. I did try to start the one where it's Jasmine and Jafar, but it's got consensual non-consent in it, and as a sexually abused child, can't read those. So we'll see. I also went to this little used bookstore that's not far from here that I would love to take you guys to show you around before I leave the area. I got 3 books from there. I got another copy of Alice in Wonderland because I'm a glutton for punishment. On Fridays, it's like half price Fiction Fridays or something like that. And so all the fiction books were half off. So I think I spent like $15 on 3 books. So I was like, yeah, that's great. But it's really pretty. I like the style inside is really geometric. It's nothing like what I have on my shelves already for Alice in Wonderland. And so I thought it might be a nice little addition to the group. I also got Class Mom. I've been eyeballing this one for a while. It's supposed to be funny, and it's got that whole like Class Mom idea behind it. And it's about this woman who has another child. It says, Jen Dixon is not your typical Kansas City kindergarten mom or mom in general. Jen already has 2 college-age daughters of two different musicians, and her second time around the Class Mom block with 5-year-old Max, this time with a husband and father by her side. It's supposed to be funny, and I was curious because, yes, I don't know. Okay, and the last book I got is The Widow of the South. Again, I said I got these for like a half price thing. Ow, sorry. My legs are falling asleep from sitting crisscross applesauce. All right, so it says, in 1894, Carrie McGovick was an old woman who has her former slaves to keep her company and almost 1,500 soldiers buried in her backyard. Years before, rather than let someone plow over the fields where these young men were buried, Carrie dug them up and reburied them in her own personal cemetery. Now, as she walks the rows of the dead and an old soldier appears. It is the man she met the day of the battlefield that changed everything. The man who came to her house as a wounded soldier and left with her heart. He asked if the cemetery has room for one more. I like it. I think it sounds interesting. I like the romantic vibes of it, and I also like the fact that it's historical fiction. The last book that I bought, I got at Target. Have I read the first one? No. It's Sarah J. Maas, an auto buy. Yeah. So. All right. I'm going to put you on hold for a second while I move empty boxes under you and get those boxes under there instead so I can show you what's in those boxes. That one under you is probably another copy of this. And then my book outlet box. So 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry if the angle has changed too much. Hopefully it hasn't. Don't do that. Let go, let go, let go. Okay. The wrist bracelet thing for the gimbal dropped and my cat attacked. I could just see everything going. Okay. So the first one I have is, it says it's from Barnes & Noble. I'm not sure. I was assuming this is the copy of House of Earth and Blood. Oh my God, the cover's all dinged up. That I got because I bought the tour package. Ah, it is. Okay. That's what it looks like. Now I have the tour one of a couple of her books. And then the last thing I have is my book outlet box, which is all like spiffy and has a pull here tab that just didn't. Okay. Why? I pulled. Okay. All right. This is new. All right. The first thing I got was a tote bag. They were having a pretty good sale. I don't remember what the sale was, but I wanted to try out some of the out-of-print tote bags. So I got 2 out-of-print tote bags. This is the first one. And then the second one, oh my God, that is so tiny. That is not good. Hold on, I'll show you a second. I just noticed. And then this is the second one. It says, books turn muggles into wizards. I thought they were cute. They were a little bit expensive, but they're not nearly as bad as buying them full price. So, all right. So I wanted to buy a couple of notebooks. They were freaking expensive too. That's what I get. It's just what I get. They were like $10 or something crazy. That's ridiculous. That's how big these things are. Well, I guess I won't be using these for work. All right, and then the actual books. I got A Year of the Witching. Which I've been looking forward to reading because it's got the nice witchy vibes, and I like the witchy vibes. Next book in here I got is The Library of the... The next book I got in here was The Library of the Dead. I don't remember what this is about. It says, ghosts talk and she listens. Ropa dropped out of school to become a ghost talker and she now speaks to Edinburgh's dead, carrying messages to those they left behind. A girl's got to earn a living, and it seems harmless enough until that is the dead begin to whisper that someone bewitched children, leaving them husks, empty of joy and life. And it is Ropa's city, so she feels honor-bound to investigate, but what she learns will change the world. I thought it sounded really good. Okay, this one I bought because everyone's been talking about it. It's the Inheritance Game. It's like a Knives Out type of book, and that sounded interesting. Knives Out was kind of fun to watch. So, yeah. The next one I got was She Who Became the Sun. I thought this was a YA book, but everything I've seen says it's not, says it's an adult, so I guess we'll see. It says, to possess the mandate of heaven, the monk Zhu will do anything. And be refused, nothing. I don't really remember. All I remember was thinking that it was a fantasy and that it sounded interesting. All right, so the last two books in that box. The next book in the box is The Red Clocks. I remember it being like a Handmaid's Tale type book, but I haven't read The Handmaid's Tale, so I figured it's safe. A lot of people say like The Handmaid's Tale more, and I haven't read it yet, so I figured it was safe to try it out. And then I also got Darling by Kate Ingram, another romance. It's another steamy romance. I don't remember what it's Wendy. Duh. It's Peter Pan. So yeah, that explains everything. I was just thinking about it. I think I see another box down there that I never opened for you guys, so I'm gonna go grab that really fast. Okay, so ages and ages ago, I bought books from Target because they had that buy two get one free sale, and I think I've showed you guys a couple of the books that I got, but I don't remember, and these are the only ones I have up here, so I will just show you what's in here. Oh, it's just one book. It's just Crave. I know I have more books I haven't shown you. If I find the rest of the books that I haven't shown you, I will add them in, but if not, and this is the end, I'm gonna say bye, and hopefully I will find my actual tripod so I won't have to do this again because it sucked. And now I have an enormous mess. Let's see if I can show you. Enormous mess. Okay. I will talk to you guys in a video soon, and maybe I will figure out how to use the gimbal. Bye.